Not all airsoft KAR98Ks are created equal. Some are made out of plastic, some are made out of wood, some are shell ejecting, some are not. But one thing is for sure, today's KAR98K airsoft unboxing is the most powerful one yet I have featured on my channel. Let's do this. Now you'd be forgiven for thinking, hold on, it's an AEG KAR98K. Well, let me assure you it's not. I'm not sure why they've got that on the front of the box. Maybe it's just a generic box, and then as you can see here, they put a sticker, a nice sort of holographic or hologram type sticker of the actual airsoft weapon inside, and clearly you can see it's a gas one. Green gas, to be precise. Nice. So yes, this is the G&G's version of the KAR98K, made out of real wood, real metal, shell ejecting, but the gas version. And the model for G&G is the G980 SE, or the G980 SE. Let's get it open. So let's see what we get in the box. The first thing you are greeted with is an instruction manual. You also get a nicely presented box of BBs, not just any old BBs. If you look on the box, it's actually got the picture of the KAR98K on there. Nice. And you know what's really cool about this package from G&G? They also include a leather sling. Very nice. Although I wish it didn't have the G&G branding. And of course, it comes with an unjamming rod, which also doubles up as your cleaning rod. And of course, you get a pack of 5 shells, including a stripper clip. But you can also buy aftermarket shells which are stronger, and they're from RA Tech. Check out the video description below for more details. Now in terms of accessories, I think that's pretty much it. Now we get to the rifle itself. I can't wait for this. For all intents and purposes, this should be a higher quality KAR98K compared to any other KAR98K that I have previously owned. And oh my gosh, this looks beautiful. You can tell straight away that this is a quality piece. So would you look at the wood finish on that, even on the metal sections right there. Now I say this is higher quality and the wood is beautiful and blah blah blah, but would you look at that floor? It seems like every single KAR98K I get my hands on has some sort of loose part or it's not connected properly, even this G&G one. But you know what, never fear, at some point during this video I will get this thing looking how it should be looking, and I'll just crack on with this review. Now naturally, throughout the course of this video, possibly towards the end, I'll do a quick comparison between this and the D-Boys and the double bell. Now, while we're at it, let me show you here as well. There's another gap right by this band near the front of the rifle. Now, you may say, well, that probably happened during shipping. I mean, it came all the way from Taiwan. But let me show you the box again. If the box had been trodden on, thrown about, all sorts of whatnots happening to it, it would reflect on the box, because this box didn't have any other box or bubble wrap around it. It literally had the brown paper wrapping which you saw at the top of the video. And look, this box is in almost perfect condition. So to say it happened during shipping and maybe the box got abused, so the rifle inside got abused, I don't think so. The box is perfect. Is it a quality control thing? If it is, I'm really surprised, because again, for me, G&G are up there. But don't let that put you off, because at the end of this video shoot, I managed to get this rifle how it should be looking again. So what you're looking at now is footage I took at the end of the day's filming, just to show you what it looks like when you squeeze everything back into place. And it is quite tight, so it shouldn't come loose again. So now I'm gonna rewind and get back to the review. So if you see those gaps again, it's because the continuity is back to front. So as we've done more than one 98K before, I'll just quickly go through the features and then show you what sets this apart from my D-Boys and my double bell KAR98K. So starting at the rear, you've got your metal butt plate and your G&G branding. Now for some of you purists, you'll say that all just takes away the authenticity of it all. Well, each to their own. Yep, it says G&G and it also says Taiwan. And here you have your takedown or disassembly disc. It's a place where you can stand your bolt up when you're doing some work on it. You got your sling point there. Unlike my double bell, they've gone all the way in there and made sure to cover up some of this wood with some varnish or lacquer or whatever you want to call it. And then we come to the gorgeous bolt itself. The whole bolt assembly, as I said before, just smacks quality. You've got your lever here for your safety. On the side here, just like all the others and on the real one, if you want to take your bolt out, you just open that up there. Let me just quickly show you. Decent. Now, if you're struggling for a reason to go for this G&G one over the double bell or the D-Boys one, well, apart from the fact that you can't really compare the two because, as I said, this is a gas one, but there's something about this bolt that makes it way better for me. You see this section right on the top there? That's called the extractor, okay? On the D-Boys and the double bell, the extractor, although the bolt itself is metal, the extractor is plastic. On this G&G one, it's full metal. The entire bolt assembly is full metal. Nice. But naturally, the airsoft aspect of this bolt does require this green section right here that forms your seal to be rubber. But everything else, metal. Now, just like my other KAR98K, the previous one that I reviewed, when you're going to put the bolt back in, it's important to pull the trigger and hold the trigger back and then put it in. Reason being, I'll show you why. When you put the bolt back in without pulling the trigger back, watch, bolts in. That was very smooth, buttery smooth in fact. You've effectively cocked or pulled your bolt back and push it forward. That's pretty much what you've done, because watch, there's nothing in it, so don't worry, and it's pointing in a safe direction. It fires. Now there's no gas in there, so it was a very subdued click. Now let me just take this bolt back out again. Now watch what happens when I hold the trigger and then put the bolt back in. Let go of the trigger. Nothing, it won't fire. So that's just a safety aspect that I would recommend. Okay, so on this particular model, let me just pull the bolt back, bring it back home. Very easy to do, by the way, and it's not too loose either. Unlike the other model where you got to put some oomph into it. Anyway, with this safety lever right there, when it's to the left of the rifle, it's ready to go. You can do all what you need to do to fire this bad boy. But then if you put this up in the center like that, stops you from firing. Put it all the way down, not only does it stop you from firing, you can't do anything with the bolt. Now remember, I'm just showing you all the basic features before I start showing you what sets this apart from the other two models that I have of the KAR98K. So let me just jump forward to your front sling point and your mock cleaning rod. And just like the real version and the other previous versions, it's far too small. Now, you know, with the real one, you had to connect the pieces together. But anyway, this is even shorter, okay? Because this truly is just a mock version of your cleaning rod. Right, let's just get that back in. Oh, and by the way, this section right here allows you to mount a scope. But they didn't send me a scope, so let's move on to the other features. Now, these features are the features that sets this apart from the other KAR98Ks I have in my airsoft armory. So let me draw your attention to this right there, which you do have what looks like a pin on the other KAR98Ks, but on this model, watch what happens when I push from the other side. Look, that right there, if you grab hold of it and unscrew it, look, it's a tool so you can adjust your hop up. How cool is that? And just like the other KAR98Ks in airsoft, if you lift your rear sight up, you will see, let me just show this to you. Right in there is where you adjust your hop up. Now, the use of this tool doesn't end there, because you also use it to adjust your front sight. Now, as you can see, your front sight does have a hood, so you would need to remove that, and it comes off quite easily. And then if you look on the side, let me just show you the other side, that's where you adjust your front sight. Now, when I said it's quite easy to get the hood off your front sight, I don't mean it will easily fall off and you'll lose it immediately. I mean, you do really need to get a good purchase on there like that to get it off. However, a couple of knocks and it will come flying off. And don't forget, once you're finished with your tool, you don't want to really lose this, although it is just a flathead screwdriver you can see there, so you could use that on any of those two positions I mentioned, but it's cool just to have one sitting inside your KAR98K. So to get it back in, push this button again. It just makes it a lot easier for you to pop that back in and screw it back into place. Nice. Okay, so let's get to the part that excites me the most. I'm going to put these bad boys in. So just like the real thing, you can do them manually, and you know what? Putting them in manually for me never gets old or boring. Yes, the stripper clip is nice and fast, but there's just something so satisfying doing it that way. And I just want to show you exactly how this works. So watch when I push the bolt forward. You see it grabs one of them straight away and it's ready to chamber in there. Very nice. A lot more user-friendly, this G&G version. So there's no gas in it. There's no BBs in there. So all I want to do is make sure these bad boys eject successfully every single time. Here we go. Nice, 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 double nice. Not a single jam. So you already know it's a gas KAR98K, so let me show you where that goes. So simply by raising the bolt handle shows you the gas valve. So here I have the RA Tech shells all ready and waiting with BBs in place to go back into the KAR98K. I also have the stock G&G shells also ready with BBs in place, but this time on the G&G stripper clip. Okay, iPro. So we've got one round in the chamber, gas is in. Let's see if this works. Nice! It's still quite a subdued bang, but yeah. Let's see what the chrono's saying. 424.8. Nice. 412. 395.1. 393.2, Now that's pretty decent. Now if you use the recommended at least .30 BBs, you're probably looking at about 370, but using .20s, yeah, you're averaging about 400. This is way more powerful than the Tanaka KAR98K and more powerful than the D-Boys and the double bell one too. Okay, stripper clip time. An accuracy test, just a quick one. An indoor one. I'll do a proper one outdoors very, very soon. Trust me on that. Okay, quick accuracy test. Got the stripper clip. Okay, quick accuracy test. Do you know what? I absolutely hate these stripper clips on these Airsoft KAR98K. Pain in the... yeah. Much better and much more refined. Oh, and just before you say Airsoft Mike can't use a stripper clip, this is me loading up the double bell the last time with a stripper clip. No further questions, Your Honour. So there you go, you can't say fairer than that. First couple of shots, I believe, yeah, 2 of them up there. I kind of resighted a little bit, then they ended up a little bit closer but over this side, and then the final one got home in that centre circle. Just not bad at all. And just to show you in terms of groupings, it's quite excellent because look, here's a tape measure. So on the top of the tape measure, you've got your inches. On the bottom, you've got your centimetres. So if I was to measure from the furthest shot there to the one that hit home there, we are looking at, what would you say? Just over 6 centimetres and about 2.5 inches. Yeah, nice. So, what are my initial thoughts on this G&G gas-operated KAR98K made out of real wood and metal? Well, let me tell you what I don't like. Straight away out of the box, there were issues with the whole construction, which was really strange because when you hold this rifle, it is really a solid piece. Once you get those things back into where they should be, as you've seen and as I'm showing you now, it looks awesome and it really is a tight fit. So I really don't know how or why it came looking like that in the first place. And as you saw there, the whole stripper clip thing, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, but I had no issues with the double bell one, but for some reason it was just not working for me on this G&G one. But apart from that, what is there not to love? The fact that it's real wood, metal, it's G&G, so you would expect some form of quality. And as I said, once I sorted out the issues, I have got no qualms, no issues whatsoever with this KAR98K, the gas version. Now I believe there's a CO2 version of this if you want that bit more power out of your KAR98K, but that's another good thing about this particular rifle. It kicks the double bell and the D-Boys straight out of the equation, but to be fair, this is a gas one. The other two were springers. So just before I wrap this video up, let's have a quick visual comparison between all three. The construction, how they look. I mean, basically, they're all more or less going to have the same features. Your front hooded sight, your space for a bayonet, your mock cleaning rod. They're all going to have the adjustable rear sight. They're all gonna have your disassembly disc, more or less. They're all the same apart from how they're powered and how you adjust the hop up. And of course, the construction. And even though it's not present on my table, don't get me started on the overpriced Tanaka model, which barely shoots at about, 270, something like that, or 280 if you're lucky, even though I'm guessing the quality build on that is going to be excellent. But anyway, this is about the G&G one. If you like what you see, get down to the video description where you will see a direct link. You will also see a link for the RA Tech shells, which are meant to be a stronger build than the G&G ones. I've been Airsoft Mike, you've been my viewers, thanks for watching, and thanks again to SwitAirsoft.com. I'll catch you next time. Oh, and don't forget, once my channel hits 300,000 subscribers, I'll once again be doing the mother of all Airsoft giveaways.